afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, October the 3rd of 2020, and there seems to be a lot going on in the world. It's, interesting day here. I've actually felt rather constructive today. I've got a lot accomplished. Yeah, it's a good day today. The day started off, though, I'd have to say, in a typical Canadian fashion. It snowed most of the night, so I went to bed last night, and the ground was still kind of green, brownish, whatever. It's fall. The leaves have come down. But this morning, it was snow everywhere. People in the parking lot who don't have the pleasure of having their cars parked in the garage, scraping snow and ice off their windows. I guess that's a typical thing about being Canadian. That's a similar aspect to the fact that being Canadian meant that about 3 weeks ago, I ended up putting my motorcycle away, and I really wish I could go out and ride, even if it's freezing cold. But I thought I'd provide a bit of an update. Today is a big day in the United States with their election going on, and I guarantee that any kind of post that I put up is gonna pale in comparison to election results and things that are going on there. But it seemed to be a good time to provide an update. So, as you can probably see right now, most of my healing, initial healing, is kind of done. I'm sorry, I had something on my screen. Most of my initial healing is kind of over. The first phase, and I say that the part about bruising going away. As you can probably see, there's very little around my face here. Almost nothing. I mean, maybe just a little tinge depending on the light that there is. There's basically almost no indication under here. I'll be honest. I mean, you can probably see, probably better than me, that there still is some work that needs to go on up here. The major aspect of that healing is gone. Although, as you can probably suspect, something as significant as what went on up there, I end up having. I still have some scabs and whatnot, and it really is hard not to try to do something with it. I mean, even though it's in my hair and on my skull, it's hard not to. But I'm succeeding, probably a lot better than I succeeded when I was a kid having chicken pox and not scratching. But in the long term, the healing should work out. So. What else has gone on with all this stuff? I think I've mentioned before, I've been working on I guess redoing a bit of my makeup. Not necessarily just putting on makeup. I'm relearning how I want things to look. I've been working. A friend of mine is been re-educating me or teaching me on getting some eyebrows. I've explained before that I have psoriasis in and around my eyebrows, which cause things to be uneven, not very pretty looking. But I'm getting very much used to having them back in a nice place. More. I guess proportionate with my face. I've started using, as part of my morning process of dealing with moisturizing, cleansing, toning, and whatnot. I've added in, a few other things, because underneath my eyes, with the work that was done, has changed a bit. You may not notice. I mean, if I get close enough, trying to look here, you can probably see that I don't actually have any lower eyebrow or eyelashes. It seems that they were either removed or just a byproduct of the eyelid surgery. So, dealing with the change in colors under here, the different shadows and whatnot, is something that I have to work on. I've added in the scar cream to my palette, or to my process for dealing with my face. Currently, I'm the main part where I'm using the scar cream that the doctor provided me, and another time I'll bring the little tube out and show you what I'm using. I believe it's called Cytoderma, but I've been using it under here, but at the same time I've been putting it on a couple of the more at least what I view as obvious little marks from the scars from the sutures that were here, in order to try to prevent any kind of blemishes. I spent enough on my face. The last thing I want to do is have any additional blemishes that don't need to be there. So I honestly feel like that things are working out rather well. I'll be honest. Even just seeing myself on this video, I'm liking how it looks. I've had a lot of good reactions, people saying how nice my face looks, and I realize that we're barely 3 weeks since the surgery, and that there's lots of swelling that still has to go down. I still have a feeling that my upper lip is still a little pudgy. I guess could be a word to use. That it'll probably drop a little bit and straighten out a little bit more my smile. Similarly, when it comes to my forehead and whatnot, I have a lot less pressure. I guess you use the word a lot less pressure. It doesn't feel like I have like something clamped to my head. I'm still don't have that much feeling in the forehead, although I feel like I'm getting some of the sensation back. Motor skills obviously are still there. It's interesting because it's getting cold here, as I explained, snow outside, but like putting a hat on or a toque on kind of feels like I'm putting on something with a frame on the inside, because of how the pressures. It doesn't feel like it's hugging my head because of the lack of sensation, but it's coming together. There are times where I get twinges in my head, on my scalp, in my forehead, where I'm pretty sure that's the nerves regenerating or connecting. But in the long term, I think it's all going to work out rather well. As I said, not much. I mean, you can see as much as I can how my face is coming along. I'm, I guess, more and more pleased. Going back to, I guess, one of my earlier things, I think when we were talking about happiness, am I happy with how things have turned out? And I say, well, I'm not unhappy. I guess I'm going from being not unhappy to being happy. I know it's a bit of semantics, but in the long term, when there's less issues, when I gonna get a lot more of the feeling back in my forehead, when I'm gonna have less discomfort and pain, I will become more and more happy with the results. I'm pretty happy so far. It's you know, it's easier to focus on the good stuff when you're not fighting any bad stuff or any pain and whatnot. You know, on that front, I feel like things have progressed. I've been sleeping well, you know, through most nights, almost unimpeded. My digestion is back to normal, putting on a little bit, just a little bit of the weight that I lost post surgery with the lack of eating, and I'm down to the point where I'm not even taking very much in the way of like ibuprofen or Advil or anything like that for my neck and for the discomfort. Even just, you know, whatever you want, like pain relief cream like A535 or Bengay, I'm not even using that to get me through the day. So when all that considered, you know, said things are improving, and I'll repeat. I guess I've been repeating this a little bit. Is that I'm happy with the way things are coming. So I'll leave it at that. My aim is to try to have some kind of like weekly updates, because I doubt that things here are going to change fast enough to require anything more than that. I thank you for those who are watching, and those that there are some people that have commented. I'd still be happy if people listen to the whole video and even subscribed and liked and commented. And I said before, I'm willing to answer questions for those people that have questions. I mean, respectful questions. So have yourself a good day. Try to live life in the moment. I'm pretty well doing that today. Lots of moments, lots of things getting done, and I'm just having one of those good days. So you smile, I'm smiling, and we'll talk to you sometime soon. Okay, bye.